In this video clip, I'm going to show you how to merge some of the different content that is in your Google Drive folder all into one site plan SketchUp file. So as you can tell, this is lot 11, and this lot is pretty much almost complete, but not all the way complete because the colors have not been added and the interior design has not been added into here as well. So here's just one file. This is the most recent, and then here is the site plan with the grading done from period 3. So if you look, period 3 was able to complete this using one of the older versions of the file that you see right here. So at this time I'm going to show you how to take this file and merge it with this file so that we have the most recent version. But before I do that, I want to go back into my Google Drive folder and see if there's any other additional files that might help me as well. So I'm going to go back into my lot folder, and I'm going to look and see what the interior design SketchUp file looks like as well. So I'm going to click on that one, download it. It seems to be a pretty large file, so I'm hoping that the interior design is complete. I'm going to open up the SketchUp file. Hopefully this file is better than the one that I showed you in the beginning, and if it is, then I'm going to save this file and import this or export this directly into the site plan to modify what I need. Alright, so yes, this looks very good so far. Let's zoom out, and you notice how my computer is starting to become a little bit slow. So I'm going to actually go to View, Face Style, and I'm going to go to Shaded to make that a little bit easier for me to render the images that we see on the screen. So obviously this one is much better. This file right here is much better than, and I'm going to close this out, much better than the one that I opened up before. So let's just close this one out because there's no sense of exporting this into the site plan because it's not the most recent drawing. So let's go ahead and save this one file. Save as, save it to your H drive, of course. I'm going to save it onto my desktop to make things easier on myself. Lot 11 interior design. And then I'm going to go back into the site plan. So let's go back into the site plan now. I can minimize that and go back into the site plan. Now, here, this house right here is still a component, and it's put onto the foundation of the house. So let's go ahead and delete the entire house. Okay, and as you can tell, there's the foundation. Don't worry about if the foundation is textured with asphalt. Not a big deal at this time. If you wanted to fix that, you could simply just draw a line all the way across from here over and then change the color of the foundation to concrete. Same with over here. That's really easy to do. Just find the different, well, we don't carpet, but you can find the bricks and cladding, and here's some stucco. And the stucco can be used on the sides of the house. Okay, that way it doesn't just look white. That's the concrete that you see all the way around. Okay, and the other thing that you could do, like I said, is to come in here and draw a line all the way over, and then we're going to, once again, let's take the eyedropper and paint that section. Okay, as you can see right there. So there is my concrete foundation. That's the concrete slab. So what I need to do now is I need to import or insert that part. So let's go to Insert, actually Import, sorry. Import, let's go find the interior design, Lot 11 interior design, and then open it up. And I'm probably going to have to turn off my face styles because that's all going to be messed up as well. So this may take a bit of time to load, depending on how slow your computer loads graphics. Now that the house is loaded, it'd probably be a good time to go into the View option, Face Style, and then go into Shaded. Hopefully that'll make things easier on us. And we're going to use the mouse, zoom out, and we're going to rotate this component to find the front of the house, and that should be right about there. Okay, and then we can zoom in, find the endpoint, line that up on the endpoint right here, and the house should be positioned. as you can tell, it's a little off, but I can go back and fine-tune that and zoom it in as I go. And it may take a little bit of time to get it completely perfect. Once you have the house positioned where you want it to be, directly onto the foundation, then we can fix this problem here that we have because we didn't put any floor joists down when we first built the house. And floor joists are responsible for going right on top of the foundation, so we're not walking right on directly on concrete. And it's going to eliminate the issue of you seeing this different texture as you see on the foundation floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this, click on my move tool, and I'm going to raise the whole house up on the blue axis and then just put in 0.5 because we're in feet. So the 0.5 would be half a foot, so 6 inches. So that would be 6-inch floor joists. So let that load, and the house is raised up a little bit. Okay. And the next thing that I would do is I need to double click and edit the component. So I'm going to double click. I'm inside the component now, and I want to basically draw a box down. So I'm going to go straight down. Don't worry if it doesn't line up correctly. We can always fix that later. Come all the way across. These trees are kind of in the way. Let's come over to this side. Go all the way across, draw a line to here, and go up. Just trace 0.5, or type 0.5, and then you're going to go from that endpoint all the way back, line up, and we should have a box by now, and if we don't, let's go ahead and trace a box now since we have everything else set up. There's our box. And we're going to pull this all the way across. So I'm going to push-pull this all the way across, all the way to the back of the house. It may take a little bit of time since I'm actually inside the house right now. And my computer goes very slow. Bring that all the way to the edge. Snap it against that edge. Come to the front. It's hollow underneath there, so you're going to get then again create another rectangle right over top to seal that box. Alright, so there is your house on top of the foundation, and then when you click out of the component, it will the floor will be part of the actual component. And if it messes things up like it did in the front here, you can edit the component like this part right here, and let's delete that face. So that gives us back the doorway, which at this time there is no doorway, so that's something that will need to later be done in the drawing. Same with the back, there needs to be a door here, and then they will need to go ahead and actually create the colors for the floor, and then these lines can actually be erased as you go. So that is what you need to do in order to actually import the any of the files that you have, the SketchUp files, into your overall site plan, because at the end of the project you should be able to merge every single SKP file, SketchUp file, into one main file, which will be the site plan. Okay, this is a lot site plan. So I'm going to click outside of it, and there is the site plan. Once this is uploaded to the Google Drive, all of these lots will later be pieced together, and you will then be able to see the finished product.